ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या योगविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ जैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याता सर्ववेदान्ताः योगाः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं समस्तब्रह्मविद्या योगविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। परब्रह्मणे नमः। समस्त गुरूणां देवतानां श्रुतिमातु परब्रह्मण कृपया योग वेदांत दर्शनोक्त ब्रह्मानुभव सिद्धि द्वारा मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थम विश्वशांति कल्याणता एकदा प्राप्त्यर्थम साधक भक्त सेवकानां विघ्न निवारण शत्रु निर्मूलन शक्तीनाम अवाप्त्यर्थम श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्रस्य व्यास भाष्य समेत अध्ययन प्रयत्न वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ गुरूणां नमस्काराः। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। 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 ओम पतंजलि महर्षये 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 नमः। ओम व्यास 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 महर्षये नमः। A very good exercise. Let us do the chanting of first four sutras 3 times. Om Ada Shri Patanjali Maharshi Pranita Yoga Darshana Shastram Prathama Padaha Samadhi Padaha Chatvari Sutrani Om Om Atha Yoganushasanam Om Atha Yoganushasanam योगः चित्तवृत्तिनिरोधः योगः चित्तवृत्तिनिरोधः योगः चित्तवृत्तिनिरोधः तदा द्रष्टुः स्वरूपे अवस्थानं तदा द्रष्टुः स्वरूपे अवस्थानं तदा द्रष्टुः स्वरूपे अवस्थानं वृत्तिसारूप्यम् इतरत्र वृत्तिसारूप्यम् इतरत्र वृत्तिसारूप्यम् इतरत्र. So the 2-3 things to be understood in this fourth sutra are these. First, when the niruddha of the chitta vrittis are there, then swarupa pratishtha of the purusha Chiti Shakti in the Nirvishesha Chaitanya Atma. In the Vyuttana Avastha of the Chitta. That Vyuttana Avastha of the Chitta can be any of the Avasthas other than the Niruddha, starting from the Asampragnata Yoga up to the Kshipta Bhumika. Kuch bhi ho. In that situation or the Vyuttanata of the Chitta, listen carefully. Even though the Chitta Shakti doesn't change from within, but then inevitably it appears like those chitta vrittis. That is the meaning of vrittisarupyam. So the chitti shakti never became the vrittis, but chitti shakti appears like vrittis. In that what's happening? Therefore the behavior is like that of the vritti, not purely like that of the chitti shakti. And of whom it is happening? Of you and me only. It is not talked about anybody else. It is me when by yoga sadhana if I can make the nirodha of all the chitta vritti, I will establish in my pure essential self, which is my goal. Right now, because I am not in the Atma Anubhuti, because I am not in the Vritti Nirodha Sthiti, because I am in the Vritti Utthana Sthiti, what is my position? कि I am in Sarupata with the Vrutthis. चित्त वृत्ति के साथ सारूप्य है मेरे को. इसलिए if the vrittis are I am body, I am body. If the vrittis are I am dukhi, I am dukhi. Dukhi, I am dukhi. If the vrittis are sukhi, I am sukhi. See, that pure consciousness is not able to maintain its pure conscious sthiti because of the chitta vrittis. It is forcefully as if identified. As if identified. Why is it so? For the two reasons that are mentioned. One is the chitta is ayakskanta manikalpam. It has its natural tendency of attracting the Chiti Shakti with whose proximity it is there and imposing its lakshanas on the Chiti Shakti without, लेक जैसा ट्रेन में जा रहे हो एक पैसेंजर है तो ही गिव्स हिज बैग और पर्स कहते थोड़ा देख लीजिए मैं नीचे वो खरीद के ला रहा हूँ. He has not given that purse to us, but are we not in tension till that fellow comes? खामखा. He tells us to look at the suitcase. You are relaxedly enjoying the nature. This fellow says, "Sir, मैं जा रहा हूँ वहाँ, थोड़ा 5 मिनट देख लो." It is not given to you. Not at all. But you are at attention. वो बोल के गया हो. In the same way, Chiti Shakti Ayaskanta Manikalpam. That is called as Swabhava of the Chiti. That if it is given a presence because of the Vyuthana, it will see to it that it tries to color the Chiti Shakti. Chiti Shakti is not colored but forced to act. Like to make the grandchild happy, the grandfather loses that game with the child. Not that he loses, but is forced to lose for the sake of that fellow's happiness. If you can understand those examples, this is what it happens. It's just like you keep all the eatables at home and say that I can't eat, I will not eat is impossible. You will be tempted, you'll have an obligation, कुछ भी हो, इतने पैसे ला कर खरीद लेके खरीदा है ना, एक ही बार खाएंगे, अगले बार नहीं खरीदेंगे. You will use 100 excuses, whatever, but you will eat them when they are at home. What is the intelligent person does to avoid the indulgence, all that, he'll never bring to home only. घर लाया ही नहीं तो फिर खाने को होता ही नहीं. This is one of the intelligent techniques. The desire will come, चाय पीना. You go to kitchen, चाय पत्ती नहीं है, therefore the chai is dropped. है पत्ती तो जरूर बना के पाओगे और डिजायर नहीं है तो भी डिजायर आएगा क्योंकि चाय पत्ती एक्सपायरी हो रही है तो बना के पीते. Do you see how the chitta acts? Do you understand? Now, this understanding we have to have only to come to this understanding that therefore, to avoid the sarupita with the vrittis, we have to do the nirodha. For doing the nirodha, you have to do the yoga. Because yoga alone is the one which helps us in chitta vritti nirodha. Okay. Second thing what is spoken about the chitta and chitti is what? See, I'll read this sentence for all of us. Ki, na purusha samyuktam chittam. First sentence is, the chitta purusha se samyukta nahi hota. The redness of the cloth is not mixing with the crystal. Like with the pure water, the dirt and mud will not mix up, but it is hanging there. Therefore, we call the water as dirty or muddy. Pure water never became dirty or muddy. This mud is there, that's it. Mila nahi dono. But it without making the water muddy, the mud makes as if the water is muddy. So too, the crystal is never got the color, but appears. So too, chitta na purusha samyuktam chittam. Clear? Because purusha is Shuddha Chaitanya Sarupa, chitta is Jada, they won't come together. This is the biggest advantage in this thing. Ki though because of proximity, the chitta gunas may be superimposed on the chitti shakti, but they don't corrupt or the color or contaminate or change or modify the chitti shakti. That is why through yoga sadhana, by doing the nirodha of the vritti, we are able to go back to our own swarupa avasthanam called moksha. अगर सारे वृत्तियां चित्त शक्ति को कलर करके खराब कर दी होती तो फिर से चित्त शक्ति अवेलेबल ही नहीं होता हमको स्वरूप प्रतिष्ठा के लिए, मोक्ष के लिए। तो किसी को मोक्ष होता ही नहीं होता, बिकॉज ऐसी वस्तु है ही नहीं। क्यों? इट इज कंटेमिनेटेड विद चित्त। These are the subtle things both in Vedanta as we studied now, also yoga, we have to try to catch it. So, na purusha samyuktam chittam. ओके, चित्त पुरुष से पूरा मिलकर पुरुष को कंटेमिनेट नहीं करता। पॉइंट 1 2 अपितु अपितु बट तत्सन्निहितम, इट इज सो क्लोज टू इट, therefore it imposes its gunas on that. Now this closeness, when the guru used the word, you have to understand what sort of closeness. Sannidhi cha purushasya with the chitti shakti na deshatah na kalatah va. This sannidhi is not with respect to desha or kala. Why? Tad asamyogatu. Because देश काल दृष्टि से चिति का चित्त का समीपता नहीं हो रहा है। कैसा हो रहा है? किंतु योग्यता लक्षण। तो योग्यता लक्षण सान्निहित्यम. What is the yogyata lakshana sannihityam? Like the reflection in the mirror of my face. Is it bound by time or the desha? Desha kala sambandhi hai kya? The relation between my face and the reflection of my face in the mirror? No. There is a vilakshana relation between these two. That vilakshana thing is called a yogyata. What is the yogyata? Whichever comes in front of the mirror, mirror reflects. That's its yogyata. So to my face, whenever it is there in front of the mirror, it has the tendency to get reflected. So mirror has capacity of reflecting. My face has got the ability of reflected. Therefore, whenever it is in the near time, it is reflected. Whichever is there, it is reflected. If this thing is not in front of the mirror, it is not reflected. तो मिरर के सामने जो भी है वो रिफ्लेक्ट करेगा, जो चीज नहीं है उसको रिफ्लेक्ट नहीं करेगा. दैट इज फ्रॉम द मिरर स्टैंड पॉइंट. फ्रॉम द स्टैंड पॉइंट ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट, if it is in front of the mirror, it is reflected. If it is not in front of the mirror, it will not get reflected. So it is not a desha kala sambandhi sambandha. It is yogyata. Yogyata of the mirror is to reflect. Yogyata of me is to get reflected. In the same way, the yogyata of this chitti shakti and chitta we have to understand. Chitti Shakti's yogyata is what? Purushasya or Chitti Shakti hi yogyata is Bhoktru Shakti. The Bhoktru Shakti is the Chitti Shakti ka yogyata. Here Bhokta means reflecting only, illuminating. So to Chittasya cha Bhogya Shakti hi. Chitta ka kya hai na? Getting reflected. Tad uktam drushatvena iti. That is why it has become drushya, it is become drashta. So when this drashya comes in front of the drashta, it has to become drashya. When the drashta is in the proximity of drashya, it becomes drashta. If the drashta should not become drashta, the drashya ko hata do. What is? Whoever it may be, but he is not drashta. So to remove the drashta, drashya ko drashta se, it may be there, but it no more a drashya vastu. So that type of proximity. Same example, the husband. Whenever he remembers the wife, immediately he remembers himself as husband. That is not desha kala, yogyata. What is yogyata? It is not that in India, if he is there, then he is husband of her, but now he is in a foreign tour. He is husband of somebody. ऐसा नहीं होता उधर. सो टू द काल में नहीं होता, सुबह 6 बजे तक, सुबह 10 बजे तक हस्बैंड, उसके बाद नहीं। इट इज योग्यता। वेन एवर ही रिमेंबर्स हर, ही नोस ही इज एन हस्बैंड, शी इज माई वाइफ। देखो संबंध कैसा है, एंड दैट इज कॉल्ड प्रॉक्सिमिटी। सो प्रॉक्सिमिटी, the moment he remembers her, immediately he remembers the husband in him. So to she also. In the same way, ये चित्त और चिति, पुरुषा और चित्त का भोक्तृभोग्य लक्षण के कारण is called as yogyata. That is called sanidhyam, because of which the chittas lakshanas are as if taken by the chiti. Like the officer is gone on leave. Then the secondary officer is that job given as a deputy. And a deputy is given. He has not become that, but he is given that responsibility, he does it. So to Chitti Shakti is never touched by Jada Rupi Chitta. इन दोनों का दर्जा और लेवल अलग है. But because of this yogyata lakshana of the bhoktrutva and bhogyatva of these two, which is called proximity, because the chitta is like Ayaskanta Manikalpam, it is making the chitti as if take that color. So all that subjectively you have to contemplate and say, I am that conscious self which is never contaminated by the chitta. Yet, because of my proximity, whenever the chitta is remembered, I as if become one with it. Remembered means the Vyuttana sthala. And we are always in the Vyuttana sthiti only of the chitta, because we have never done the Niruddha of the chitta through the yoga sadhana. हमको वो हाई करके भी पता नहीं. Like we never contemplated on Satyam Jnanantam Brahma, because we never heard that there is Brahma with Satyam Jnanantam, because we are busy in that Mithya, Jagat taken as Satyam, and we are running behind it. This all thing is called delusion, Maya. Where the substratum real is covered, then unreal is projected, then the unreal is taken as real, and we are involving in that only. Just like that TV serials, they go on taking out the serial, shooting करी जा रहे और देखने वाले देख ही जा रहे. They are excited what will be the next episode. Equally are those excited how to keep the people glued onto the TV. In what way we have to mold the story. Is not all imagination projection? Will there be an end to it unless they put an end? We have to be very subtle in intellect, to pause and calm and quiet intellect से इन चीजों को समझना. हरी भरी में नहीं होता. That is the need of the एकाग्र भूमिका. Without the एकाग्र भूमि, you will not be aware of all that is happening in the drama called as संप्रज्ञात स्थिति. Then only you can have विवेक ख्याति of, अरे ये तो चित्त है, इसके अलावा कुछ चैतन्य है, इसको जानने वाला. After maintaining the Vivekhyati for a long time, even to this Sattva as well as Vivekhyati, which is also a Vrutti, when we devalue it, then only the Asampragnata Yoga, Nirbija Sthiti, that time the Chiti Shakti has none to illuminate it, therefore it is in its own Sarupa, its Kaivalya. These are all Siddhanta. Now, how to eliminate the Vrutthis has not yet come the subject. वो तो हमको आएगा अभ्यास वैराग्याभ्याम तन्निरोधः, maybe 12 or 13th sutra. So what is the meaning of वृत्ति सारूप्यम इतरत्र is this. वृत्ति के स्वरूपता दृष्टा ले लेता है because of the proximity and because of the ability of the chitta of aiskantatva, and the chitta is the bhogya shakti, chitti has the bhoktru shakti. That's why Purusha Prakritisto hi bhunkte Prakritijan guna. Here the bhogyata is to be known. Bhoktrutva is to know. That is chitta. This is what is. Then Sannidhya matra eka pratyagatatvam nacha daishikam sannidhyam deshakala atitatvat purushasya pradhanasya cha. Pure Purusha and pure Prakriti are beyond Deshakala. Therefore, the Sanidhya is not Deshakala Yukta, it is only Yogyata Yukta. Okay? That is what we said. योग्यता के कारण सान्निध्य कहते हैं, सान्निध्य देश काल नहीं है, बियॉन्ड देश एंड बियॉन्ड काल. नाउ तस्मात् चित्तवृत्ति बोधे पुरुषस्य अनादि संबंध है हेतु. देखो, दिस इज अगेन अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. चित्तवृत्ति बोधे पुरुषस्य अनादि संबंध हेतु is what? If the chitta vrittis are there, the purusha will have to know it too. And the sambandha of the chitta as the knower, purusha as the knower, and getting identified is anadi se aa raha hai. What is the anadi? From when it started, we don't know. Anada means maya. Maya and Paramatma are called as anadi. And in that Maya is Antavan, Paramatma is Ananto. Because in the knowledge of Ananta Paramatma, Maya goes away. By the way, that explanation is not main point here. Main point is why in the proximity of the Chitta Vritti, the Chitti Shakti is getting as if identified with it, even though it doesn't identify you. For that question, there is no answer. The answer जहाँ नहीं होता, उसको माया कहते हैं. रिमेंबर आई टोल्ड यू फ्यू मंथ्स बैक, क्वेश्चन का आंसर नहीं होता है, लेकिन प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशन होता है. दैट इज व्हाई सम टाइम दैट इंटेलिजेंट पीपल आस्क, यू वांट द आंसर और यू वांट सॉल्यूशन. बी केयरफुल अबाउट इट. सम प्लेसेस आंसर इज नॉट देयर, बट सॉल्यूशन इज देयर. लाइक व्हाई दैट पर्सन इज नॉट liking me or hating me. There's no answer to that question. Nobody can give. But there is a solution. You accept it. You just go in your own way. Okay? Don't suffer in the mind. Is it not? The why cannot be answered everywhere. For one of the reason is what? All that is illusory, mithya. Now, why the snake came? अब इसको कितना सोचोगे? It's all intellectual jugglery only, which never gives you satisfaction. You have to feel satisfied only. Satisfaction never comes. You have to feel satisfaction with the answer. It never comes. But there is a solution to that problem. When you discover the rope, snake has gone along with all its questions. So too, when we discover the Chitti Shakti, then the entire Chitta Vritti along with its question, they all go away. But to reach to the Chitti Shakti, you have to do the Vritti Nirodha, please. Tada only drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam. If not, Vritti sarupyam. This is the yoga way. In the Vedanta way, only by rejecting the anatma to be mithya, by discovering the pure consciousness in the all the three anatma of the drashta, darshana and drishyam, that we reject them, we establish in the ekameva advayam brahma. That is how the Vedantic approach. Solution, reaching point is same. There we call it as Atma or Brahma. Here it's called as Purusha, Chitti Shakti. But Anubhuti वही है. And this slowly every day when we listen, you get it. Like the mechanic joining the shop, उसको तो पहले स्पैनर घुमाने को सिखाते. You can't give him big work straight away. धीरे one is added to him. In 2 years of time, he becomes the master of every aspect of mechanism in that shed. From a small two-wheeler TVS से लेकर a big car also he can repair it. In the same way, slowly we are listening to this Shastra. We are at the beginning of the spanner level. If you go away, then you will never learn the mechanics. So to go on listening, धीरे the subtlety will come. That is why the disciples stay with Guru for years together. First, to remove all their laziness, extrovertedness. Second, to tune to the Guru with devotion and faith. Then to tune to what he is saying, listening with Shraddha. Then contemplating. At that time, with what Uddeshya the Guru said that, he will be able to catch. After that stage, Guru even need not tell. In the presence of Guru only, he will understand. In the remembrance of the Guru only, you will understand. That is the highest tuning. मजा आता है वो वाला जीवन. हम सबको मिल जाए वो एक जिंदगी में गुरु भगवान को पूरा ट्यून हो जाए. Wonderful. Now 4 sutras are done. yoga atha yoganuशासनम yoga chitta vritti nirodha tada dashtu swarupe avasthanam vritti sarupyam itaratra. So do you want to have the sarupata of the vritti and dance according to the vritti? No. That's because that's bondage. Then what you want? We want the liberation. When will the liberation come? When you are in the sarupa avasthanam. How do you achieve that? By vritti nirodha. Now the question comes, which are the vrittis to be nirodhavyaha? This is what the introduction for the Panchama Sutra. Here, ta punaha nirodhavya, ta punaha nirodhavya. Which are they? How many are they? Or they are those which have to be nirodhavya, to be subdued vritti. So, कि बहुत्वे सति चित्तस्या. But चित्त की वृत्तियां एक दो तीन है क्या? There are hundreds and thousands of number. So how to do the nirodhayam? So how to start doing the nirodha of them? The Shruti Mata tries to explain us. What she says is the Panchama Sutra. What is the Panchama Sutra? VRUTTAYAH, VRUTTAYAH, PANCHATAYYAH, PANCHATAYYAH, KLISHTAH, KLISHTAH, AKLISHTAH, AKLISHTAH, VRUTTAYAH, PANCHATAYYAH, VRUTTAYAH, PANCHATAYYAH, KLISHTAH, AKLISHTAH, KLISHTAH, AKLISHTAH. So all the millions of the vrittis which come in Chitta are classified into 5 types. See, classification always helps. Like so many professionals are making the country grow ahead. Therefore, they are all classified for clear understanding and demarcation of the works. So the politicians are there, the army are there, the professionals are there. These are all classifications, like the human race. Humanity is one. But because of their guna, their ability, the classified as Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So too one man is man from birth to death. But according to his age and abilities, he is classified as a Brahmachari, Grastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi. Classification, like in paper also, the classified ads. See all the rentals, sales, then the job related wale. They are all classified. Then here the शादी. शादी का क्लासिफाइड पूरा अलग, उस पेज में सिर्फ शादी बर्बाद यही होता है. यू कांट लुक फॉर घर मिलता है क्या है रेंट पे. देन द नेक्स्ट पेज क्लासिफाइड द रेंटल्स, देन द परचेसेस, देन द नौकरी वाले, देन सम नोटिफिकेशंस. You know, this person, this property belongs to him. This is being sold and transferred to others. Any others who have a claim in that, please apply before 15 days. Anybody has an objection? See that? Classification, categorization. So therefore, you and I have the chitta. Chitta has vrittis. Vrittis are classified into 5. These 5 classified vrittis, nirodha, if we can do, chitta vritti nirodha happened, we can be back to our swarupa sthiti. That is kaivalya moksha. Understood? Now these vrittis being 5, those 5 vrittis have the 2-edged like a weapon. 2-edged weapon like. One edge is the same vrittis become cause of samsara. Other, the same vrittis become cause of moksha. Samsara causing vrittis is called our klishta vrittis. Mukti giving vrittis are called as aklishta vritti. And that subject we will study tomorrow, which is very important, interesting, fascinating. With this study both of Vedanta and Yoga, we start becoming clear about our own inner subjective personality, where how it is I am getting bound and what I have to do get liberation. मुक्ति क्या है, बंधन क्या है, उसका भी डेफिनेशन पता चलेगा, और बंधन क्यों हो रहा है, उससे मुक्त कैसे होना, वो भी हमको क्लैरिटी आएगा. But we have to have patience, give time, like you are all doing. Continue it. If not today, slowly the clarity comes. Thank you. Let's enjoy this 5th sutra tomorrow. And to this, the Vyasa Bhashyam and its explanation is very, very sweet. Excellent. Thank you. Oh.